Today we're gonna be making a blueberry pie. I have a blueberry fruit filling that I bought last week and I wanted to use it. I just had this impulse buying it, so now that I have it, I have to use it. Um, Now, this is gonna be an attempt where I'm not following any recipe. Obviously, it could turn out really badly, but let's hope it doesn't. So the first thing I'm gonna do is make the crust using this almond flour. And I hope I have enough almond flour to make both like the bottom and also maybe a few strips off the top. But doesn't look like I have too much left. Should be fine though, regardless. In this bowl I have melted about a quarter stick of butter. I'm actually gonna use a little bit of peanut butter. I don't have much left. And I also have one egg just to make it so that the crust binds and holds. So I'm gonna mix all that together. So you can see this is how the dough looks like. I added 5 tablespoons of brown sugar and 2 tablespoons peanut butter. The dough is pretty moisturized with just the egg and butter and peanut butter. I didn't have to add any water. As you can see, it's a relatively kind of doughy consistency now. So adding adding extra water would actually probably be to its detriment, right? We don't want water coming out when it's baking. So now I'm just gonna form the pie crust and show you how that looks like after. All right, so here's the crust. I actually don't have that much pie filling, I realize, because there's only one can. So I try to make the crust not as tall. So the oven's at 375. We do need to pre-bake the crust, just so that it is a bit firm so that I can hold the filling. Now we don't really have much for the top. I think I was a little bit short on the almond flour. So we're gonna have to see what we can do. Maybe really make like a thin and really spaced out, cover. But yeah, so one thing I do need to do that I forgot to do is I need to poke holes in the crust, because if you don't do that, then it's gonna like puff up. Kind of like, when you bake bread, it's gonna puff up. So you have to poke holes in the crust. The crust, it's probably the hardest part of any pie related baking activity, because just trying to fit the crust into a pan is a pain. So I definitely recommend, if you don't want to go through that, you can just buy one of those like pre-made crusts. All right. So we're only gonna do this for 5 minutes because we're gonna be baking the pie really, really long. So we don't want the crust to like burn too much. It is gonna burn though, but we don't want it to be like super burnt. We want it to be still edible. All right, so here's the crust. You can see it formed up nicely after 5 minutes. I'm putting the oven at 400. This can says to cook it at 425, but I don't think that's necessary. So I'm just gonna do it at 400 and we're gonna cook it for like maybe 25 minutes. So let's see how much this actually fills up though, because like I said, I don't think there's actually that much filling. Okay. I should have used a smaller pan. So my biggest mistake, right, was I had a smaller pie pan. This is more like a larger cake pan. So I should have gauged the amount of materials I had and used a smaller pan, because if I did, then I'm pretty sure I would have been able to fill out this nicely. But you can see here, there's gonna be a little bit of space. There is some left in the can, so I'm gonna go ahead and spread this out. And then, like I said, there's not enough to make a cover, so I'm gonna have to figure out what I'm gonna do with it. Let's see if I can make some intricate designs and I'll show you the end result. As you can see, I did not have enough almond flour to make a top. So this was the best I could do. Is I kind of just like crumbled the flour and kind of laced it across the top as best as I could. Obviously not getting that much surface area, but hey, it's better than nothing, and it looks pretty good, so we'll see what happens. All right, so now this is gonna go into the oven, 400 degrees for 25 minutes, and we'll see if we need to do like bake any longer than that after that time frame. All right, I centered it pretty well. The pie is done baking and it smells really good here, but will it taste good? That is the question. So it doesn't look too bad. Obviously this is not how I'd hope it would turn out, because I hope there would be, you know, an actual cover. But anyways, I'm gonna go cut it up and see how it tastes. It was kind of hard to cut the pie up and for it to maintain its form. I think the crust is a bit on the thin side, and there's not too much filling, so it looks a bit flat. However, we're gonna eat it hot, and then I'm gonna shoot another clip of me eating it when it's like cold. I think pies are meant to be eaten hot, but we'll see. So I'm gonna put some Cool Whip on it, because I really like Cool Whip. And let's give it a taste test. Mm. Mm. Oh. This crust is pretty good. Oh, it's really hot though. Yeah, the filling is just the filling. I'm gonna make my own filling next time around, because I feel like a store-bought filling will always be pretty good. Like, they'll get the ratios right. So yeah, next time I'm gonna make my own blueberry jam filling, and then we'll really see how it turned out. Because right now, like, it tastes good. It tastes, I would say, as good as your average grocery store-bought pie that you would just buy, you know, and heat it up. Obviously not as good as like a Marie's Calendar pie or any bakery pie, right? But if you were to just get something like frozen and heat it up in the oven, it's, you know, this would probably taste just as good. I feel like a 7 out of 10, you know, maybe 7.5. All right, so I took the blueberry pie out of the fridge. This is the following morning, and I'm gonna give it a taste test. See if you can actually eat this stuff cold. Tastes all right, but I think it'd be better if I heat it up. Yeah, you can't really taste too much, to be honest. Just the blueberry jam. So yeah, there you have it. That's my video. Thank you for watching, and I hope you find this video enjoyable. Thank you.